Scream Factory unveils their new June slate, including Creepshow on 4K. Arrow Video also unveils their new June slate, including The Lighthouse, Mallrats, and Waterworld on 4K. Creed 3 gets an official 4K and Blu-ray announcement and release date. The Changeling gets a gorgeous Second Sight 4K release announcement. And is it possible that we could be seeing a 4K special edition release of Dogma sometime in the near future? All this and more in the next Physical Media Report. Stay tuned. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Mid-Level Media channel, your hub for everything physical media and entertainment. I am Ken, and today, guys, I am here for the Physical Media Report, episode 154. That is right, guys, your weekly dose of physical media goodness, where we talk about everything new and exciting in the world of 4K and Blu-ray. And man, do we have tons of stuff to go over here today. We've got some new Vinegar Syndrome announcements, Arrow Video, Scream Factory, like everybody's making announcements, making moves right now. And I'm so excited to get into it. But before we do that, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We talk about physical media on this channel every single day. So if you like that kind of stuff, definitely consider hitting the subscribe button. And then leave me a comment down below, guys, of everything that we discuss here today. What are you the most excited about? What are you the most amped up for, and what gets your juices flowing the most, guys? Let me know in that comment section below, and then turn on the bell notifications for all future videos. So before we jump into this Physical Media Report, guys, again, like I said, we've got rumors, we've got news and announcements, we've got deals, we've got what is new this week, tons of stuff to go over here today. I do want to call out that I will be live on this channel tonight for the March release roundtable with a panel of incredible guests to talk about all of the incredible releases that came out in the month of March 2023. So we're going to be talking about all this stuff over here, all these releases. We're going to be talking about Dead Silence. We're going to be talking about Black Sunday from Arrow. Of course, Air Force One, Get Off My Plane. So all of the releases that came out in the month of March, we are going to be covering tonight on the March release roundtable with a panel of guests that is out of this world. We've got My Killer Podcast. We've got Basement Blues. We got Bob's Blu-rays. We got Durant Cinema joining us tonight. Dude Who Loves Movies. Huck from Huck's Pop Culture Cafe. Mega Mike the Movie Man. And I'm so impressed with myself that I did not miss anybody there. And it all came off the top of my head. But look, I appreciate you guys watching this video, but definitely join me tonight on this channel, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, let's get into it, guys. Let's talk about the rumors and speculation. So I just have one thing to talk about here today, and this is a movie that has been out of print on Blu-ray for quite some time, and it's because old Harvey Weinstein is basically holding the rights of this film hostage from Kevin Smith. And yeah, that's right, guys. We're talking about Dogma, and when are we going to get a Dogma 4K release, a Lionsgate Steelbook, an Arrow Video big box set? Like we'll talk about a Kevin Smith film today, actually. But apparently on Reddit, and again, take everything you hear on Reddit with a grain of salt, guys, but this was sent to me by somebody on Instagram, and it seemed pretty credible, but a Reddit user revealed that Kevin Smith announced recently, so I don't know where this was taken from. Maybe Kevin Smith was just out talking somewhere. Somebody caught a clip of him. I don't know. But Kevin Smith announced recently that a mystery organization, either a studio label or a boutique label, one of those, has made Harvey Weinstein an offer, and he'll likely accept. So is this Lionsgate? Is this Arrow Video? Those are the two main ones that I would think would make him this offer, because, I mean, Arrow Video already has Mallrats. You would think that they would want Dogma in their catalog. Like, that would be such an awesome, like, big box set Arrow Video release of Dogma with all of the Dogma stuff. You could have Buddy Christ all over the place. You could have movies. Is that what they call it? It's been a while since I've seen the Kevin Smith movies. All that stuff, guys, on this box set. You could have the crap monster front and center. Like, there's so many amazing things they could do with this box set. Like, that would be incredible. But also, like, if Lionsgate got it, I wouldn't complain. And I mean, Lionsgate is even doing box sets as well now with that House of a Thousand Corpses getting ready to come out. So I'm thinking next year, this is a movie from 1999, 25th anniversary in 2024. So they're trying to get the rights to this to probably put out some kind of anniversary box set. next year. So we could be getting a box set from Lionsgate, but of course we could be getting a fire Lionsgate Steelbook as well of Dogma. Either way, guys, it's a win-win for us. If somebody gets this movie and puts it out on 4K, I would be super excited. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Would you be down to pick up a Dogma box set on 4K or even Blu-ray if they just do a Blu-ray of it? Because like I said, the Blu-ray, the current Blu-ray of Dogma is going for like $150, $160. It is very expensive to get that movie on Blu-ray right now. So again, let me know what you guys think about that whole thing in the comment section below. Now let's go ahead and get into the news and announcements. So this is all stuff that has been announced that is officially coming out at some point. We had the Arrow Video June announcements that came out, I believe, last Friday. A lot of exciting stuff in this slate. Like a lot of people have been saying Arrow Video has kind of been letting them down this year. And even late last year, people were saying that. I think that Arrow Video finally has something here for people to get excited about. And it's about time. It's about time Arrow Video had some kind of a win. Everybody was buzzing about these releases. We got Mallrats coming out on 4K on June the 27th. You're going to be getting a new 4K restoration of both the theatrical and extended cuts approved by Kevin Smith himself with Dolby Vision and HDR. You're also going to get an Arrow exclusive slip of the 3D picture that the guy's looking at in the mall trying to find the sailboat. So that's a really nice looking slipcover as well. I don't know which one. I'm thinking I'm leaning towards that exclusive slipcover because that's a really nice one. But I am very fortunate in the fact that I have been holding off on picking up the Mallrats Blu-ray for quite some time. I keep trying to pull the trigger on that one like every Arrow Video sale, but I just always hold back on it for some reason. I think it's because I knew subconsciously they would do a 4K of this movie at some point. Now, does Mallrats need a 4K? Like, sure, why not? Every movie can look better in the 4K format, so why not Mallrats? I actually think that this movie, though, will look pretty stunning in 4K. You have that mall setting. I feel like there's a lot of colors and a lot of things going on in this movie throughout this film, so I think that Mallrats would look pretty good in 4K. I don't think they're going to do any new special features here or anything. It's going to be all the same stuff from the Blu-ray ported over. So again, that's always disappointing if you're going to do something like this. I am glad that they're not just re-releasing the slipcover and it's 4K. Now they're actually doing something a little different. There's like the blueprint of the mall in there as well, and I think that's in both editions. So you have that little extra thing that they put into this edition that wasn't in the Blu-ray set, and then of course you're getting that alternate slipcover as well. So they're actually bringing something new and different to the set, which I do appreciate. But yeah, let me know if you're excited for Mallrats in the comment section below. We also have Waterworld coming out on 4K, guys, on June the 27th, and it's going to be another big box Arrow Video release. So this is actually the first ever Arrow Video big box set that I ever bought because I love this movie growing up. And when I saw this, I was like, I have to get this immediately. And I was just getting into Arrow Video at that point. So will I get this 4K? Probably so, because the studio actually released Waterworld on 4K. So this is not the first time that Waterworld has been put out on 4K, but I never bought it because I kind of assumed that Arrow Video would do this someday. So I am definitely going to snatch up this Waterworld on 4K, the box set, and I'll probably sell off my other version. But that comes out on June the 27th, big box set re-release, and that was such a nice addition back in the day. And I've heard from several people that they missed out on that one, so they're definitely glad to have a second chance to get that box set release for sure. So yeah, Waterworld on 4K, guys. Regardless of what you want to say about it, some people are pretty down on the movie. I love it. I rewatched it when it came out on Blu-ray from Arrow Video a few years ago, and I thought it held up. I actually think it holds up better now than it did back in 1995 when it came out. But let me know what you think about that one in the comment section below. We also have The Lighthouse, guys, and this is definitely a point of controversy here. The Lighthouse is getting a 4K and Blu-ray release hardbox case from Arrow Video on June the 12th. Now, this is a UK exclusive. This is not available in the States, but it's getting a UK exclusive limited edition box set. This is a 4K restoration approved by Robert Eggers with Dolby Vision, HDR, tons of new special features, including a documentary and an audio commentary. So why this is controversial is A24 just released that box set edition themselves of The Lighthouse in 4K, and I'm assuming that they're using the same transfer. I don't think that Robert Eggers would approve two different 4K transfers. So I'm assuming that the transfer is the same, but the difference here is that, for one, it's in an Arrow Video big box set. Like, who doesn't want that sitting on their shelf instead of that weird, like, awkward, like, booklet thing? I know people like their A24 editions. I haven't really collected any of them because, like I said, it'd be cool to get in and show off to you guys and unbox. But after that, it's like, what do I do with this big thing. It's so awkward. So, and I haven't collected any of the other ones, so I don't have a special spot for them. So I am really happy that Arrow Video is doing this, because I will absolutely get this big box set release from Arrow Video over the A24 one. And here's the real kicker, guys. There's going to be new special features on this release that are not on the A24 one. So that's another reason why you should probably go with this Arrow Video version if you haven't yet got the A24 one. Or if you're just a massive Lighthouse fan, maybe get them both. But let me know what you guys think about it. Did you get that A24 one? Are you a little burned by this announcement from Arrow Video? Let me know in that comment section below. The Game Trilogy is also coming out on June the 20th. We also have Warriors 2 coming out on June the 6th. And here's another one, guys. This is another like huge, I feel like this is the sleeper announcement of this Arrow Video slate. But they are releasing an Enter the Video Store Empire of Screams box set, including 5 cult horror movies: The Dungeon Master, Dolls, Cellar Dweller, Arena, and Robot Jock. So maybe they're not all horror movies. Maybe some of them are like sci-fi movies of some kind. I don't know. Fantasy, it looks like, with The Dungeon Master. I don't know too much about these titles. I've heard of Dolls and I've heard of Cellar Dweller, but those are the only 2 titles that I've heard of in this box set. But this is coming out on June the 27th. My God, this is an awesome looking box set. Like, this thing looks incredible. There's 5 movies, 7 cuts in this set. New 2K restorations. It's a big box set release, 80-page booklet, postcards, and new features. And this thing is releasing for $99.99, so under $100, and I think it's a little bit cheaper actually on Amazon right now currently. But what a nice looking box set, and this is just a huge slate from Arrow Video. There was a lot to dig into here. Mallrats on 4K, Waterworld on 4K, The Lighthouse on 4K, and getting a Blu-ray release. Like, that hard box is getting a Blu-ray and a 4K in the UK only. The Game Trilogy, so you still get your Kung Fu in here. Warriors 2, Enter the Video Store. Like, there is so much for everybody, I feel like, in this slate. It's impossible for anybody to not be excited about this Arrow Video slate. But let me know in the comment section below what you think about Arrow Video's June announcements. We also have Creed 3 coming out on 4K and Blu-ray from Warner Brothers on May the 23rd. So we kind of expected this release to come out, but we now have the release date on May the 23rd. They're also releasing a Walmart exclusive 4K and a Best Buy Steelbook as well. So I've showed these off before, but they now have different artwork. All this stuff is the official artwork, so it's a little bit different than the stuff that I've showed off in the past. But I didn't get a chance to get out to the theaters to see Creed 3, so I'm excited to pick up Creed 3 on 4K when it comes out and give it a watch at home. We also have more John Wick Chapter 4 exclusives, guys. I told you, I'll probably be announcing a John Wick Chapter 4 exclusive all the way up into its release day, whenever that gets announced. But we have a Best Buy exclusive 4K Steelbook. So Walmart has a 4K Steelbook. They have a Blu-ray box set. Like, they've got all kinds of exclusives. Amazon has an exclusive, and Best Buy now has one as well. I don't think that Target will do it because they're kind of out of the exclusive game, but I wouldn't be surprised if maybe GameStop will come in with another exclusive. They did that before with John Wick. Is GameStop even still a thing? I don't even know. But yeah, tons of exclusives for John Wick Chapter 4. This is a huge movie. Another one that I really want to get out to the theater to see, but I just don't have the time to do it. But Best Buy exclusive 4K Steelbook, John Wick Chapter 4, and it looks beautiful. Looks like a great Steelbook. So I'll only get one of these, all of these. So I don't know, guys. I haven't made up my mind yet. Let me know what you're going to pick up, though, in the comment section below. Dungeons and Dragons, guys, which is another movie I want to get out to the theater to see, is coming out on 4K and Blu-ray from Paramount, but no release date yet. So I've been hearing some great things about this movie, so I'm excited to get out to the theater to see it. But yeah, I would assume that this one would have been coming out on 4K and Blu-ray anyway, but we have the actual images of what the case and Blu-ray look like when it finally does get released. We also have the Scream Factory June announcements, guys. So these actually came out last night at like 1 o'clock in the morning. I've seen everybody posting about these. But in these announcements, we have one that I have been calling for the longest time. When are you guys going to do freaking Creepshow on 4K? And they're finally doing it. Creepshow is coming out on 4K on June the 27th with a brand new restoration and just tons of additions. So let me go through all these additions on the Scream Factory website. So you're going to be getting the 4K, just a regular standalone 4K for $31.99. You're also going to have the option to get the 4K with the alternate slipcover artwork. So you're going to be able to have 2 slipcovers here. You're going to have the regular classic poster Creepshow slipcover. Then you're going to have the newly commissioned artwork slipcover. You also get 2 posters with the newly commissioned artwork and the original artwork. And you're also getting a Prism sticker in this set as well. And that is $44.99 for that set. So I'll go ahead and tell you right now, I went ahead and pre-ordered this off the Scream Factory website. I was kind of down from pre-ordering from Scream Factory after Evil Dead 2013. That was such a bad release that I paid way too much for to pre-order off of Scream Factory. But I did say when they finally announced something that is worthy of me pre-ordering from them, I will do it, and Creepshow is definitely worth that. I want all of the, you know, different editions and different slipcovers of this movie. I love this movie. It's one of my favorite horror movies of all time for sure. And yeah, that said, it's $44.99, so not too bad a price for 2 posters, 2 slipcovers, and the 4K release, and a Prism sticker. So this is actually one of the first films I pre-ordered from Scream Factory back in the day when the Blu-ray came out, and that's a nice hard box case as well. I am kind of glad that they didn't just recycle that and do the same hardbox case again just with the 4K. I'm glad that they're doing something different. They're matching, you know, all of the other 4K slipcovers that came out. I wouldn't want them to ruin that continuity and that consistency, because as nice as the Creepshow box set is from Scream Factory, it's the only one they ever did. So it's like on the shelf that just it doesn't go with everything else that they put out. But I'm happy to still own it, and that actually gives me an excuse to keep it in the collection when this 4K comes out. But yeah, super excited for Creepshow. We also have an edition with all of the pins as well, guys. If you're a pin collector, that is $99.99. So yeah, it's like a full $55 more to get pins. And that, look, I have to call Shout Factory, Scream Factory out. That is ridiculous. But even more ridiculous is this next package up for $139.99. They are adding in postcards to this set. Postcards for $40 more. What are you thinking, Scream Factory, Shout Factory? $139, $139.99, 140 bucks for postcards. What is that? I don't get it. If you guys could shed some insight on that, let me know in the comment section below. That is ridiculous. But yeah, 4 different packages for Creepshow. I'm kind of surprised they didn't do a steelbook for this. I would assume they would have done like a steelbook and done a steelbook package, just the whole thing with this one, like they did for The Fog and for Army of Darkness and all that stuff. So I'm kind of surprised they didn't do that with this Creepshow set, because I feel like that would have sold pretty well. But again, let me know what you think about Creepshow in 4K. Are you as excited as I am? Let me know in the comment section below. You're also getting Motel Hell on 4K, guys, on June the 27th. So I have the steelbook of this one. I don't feel like this is one that I need. I didn't love the movie. But also, I just don't feel like this is one that's going to look great in 4K. I know I said that every movie needs a 4K, but this is one that I just don't feel like I need, because I'm not a huge fan of this movie. But let me know if you are in the comment section below. We also have Creepshow 3 coming out on Blu-ray on June the 27th. This is one that I've heard horrible things about. I love Creepshow 1 and 2. Some of my favorite horror movies of all time, some of my favorite horror anthologies of all time, but I've never seen Creepshow 3, and I've just heard horrible things about it. We also have Private Parts, not the Howard Stern movie, on Blu-ray on June the 6th. This is a movie from the 70s, some kind of horror thriller movie from the 70s, and the Shaw Brothers Collection Volume 1, 11 discs on June the 13th. So another Shaw Brothers collector's set, guys. We have 2 of those from Era Video, and now we have another one from Shout Factory. Shaw Brothers are certainly getting a lot of love. And jumping into some other announcements, guys, we have Changeling coming out on 4K from Second Sight. So I know that Severin did a 4K of this one. I just bought the Blu-ray of the Changeling from Severin, and then they announced the 4K, so I did not pick that up. But I will gladly fork over the dough and the money to get another incredible Second Sight 4K release of the Changeling. I have not yet watched this movie. I think I'm going to go ahead and watch my Severin Blu-ray before I purchase this one, just to make sure I really like the movie. And then I'm definitely going to jump on this, because this artwork on this set is just fantastic. And I've heard some amazing things about this movie. It came out in 1980, starring George C. Scott, who was just in The Exorcist 3, which I watched last night, actually. Looks great on 4K. I'll go ahead and say that. That's my mini review of The Exorcist 3. But the Changeling on 4K, guys, this set looks amazing. New special features, new restoration. Second Sight always kills it. This box set looks incredible, and I cannot wait to pick it up. But again, I'm going to watch my Severin Blu-ray, make sure that I want to grab this on 4K. But yeah, let me know if you're interested in this. Second Sight, though, whenever they put something out, I am always at least interested in it. But let me know if you are in the comment section below. We also have Terrifier 2 getting a new 4K steelbook from Senendime on April the 25th. So Until now, this has been a Best Buy exclusive for the 4K, so now this is going to be available to everybody on 4K. Terrifier 2 going to be available from Cinedigm on April the 25th. We also have some Vinegar Syndrome April announcements, so I covered all this stuff in a very lengthy video the other night, just kind of going through all the Vinegar Syndrome announcements for April and the partner label stuff as well as all the other stuff that they were announcing. But I'll go ahead and cover just the Vinegar Syndrome stuff here very briefly, real quick. Again, if you want some more insight into all this stuff, go check out that video. I'll try to link it up there. But we have Curse of the Blue Lights coming out on Blu-ray. We have 5 Women for the Killer coming out on Blu-ray. We have Vacation of Terror 1 and 2 coming out on Blu-ray. And we have the Cat Creeps Blu-ray coming out as a VSL title, a new VSL title. I think that's number 3 in that line. So a lot of cool stuff going on at Vinegar Syndrome right now. I did pre-order a few things off of that, so I'll show that off when I finally get it. But that's all the news and announcements. Let's go ahead and jump into the deals. We don't have a lot of deals to cover here today. Not a lot of stuff on sale right now. We have Godzilla King of the Monsters on 4K for $13.99. We have Creed on 4K for $13.99. We have Hammer, the Hammer Mill Creek box set, which this is probably the best deal of all these deals, is $34.80. I think there's 20 movies in that set, so that's a really great deal for that. The Godfather 4K set is $49.99. Taking the Felon 1, 2, 3 on 4K from Kino Lorber is $23.30, and the Planet of the Apes trilogy on 4K is $17.99. We also have Giant on 4K. Sorry guys, I thought I was done. For $12.70, which I've been thinking about picking that one up for the longest time, but I just haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. $12.70 might be the magic price point for me though. But that's the deals. Let's go ahead and jump into what is new this week. We got tons of amazing releases coming out this week, including the Maltese Falcon coming out on 4K from Warner Brothers for $23.79. Super excited to get this one in and check it out. This is a Humphrey Bogart classic from the 40s, and I've heard excellent things about this film. We also have Cool Hand Luke coming out on 4K from Warner Brothers for $24.96, getting a 4K Steelbook as well for $33.99. Also very excited to check this one out. We have Star Trek The Next Generation 4Ks coming out from Paramount for $77.99 for this big box set release, or not big, but fairly big box set release from Paramount, $77.99. I'm hoping this one drops a little bit, and I'm telling you guys, if it does not drop by tomorrow when it comes out, I would definitely hold off a week, maybe 2 weeks, unless you're just a huge Star Trek fan, you need it the week of. Hold off a week, maybe 2 weeks. I can almost guarantee you this box set is going to drop 10 to 15 bucks. Almost guarantee it. I've just from what I've seen from the past of these box set releases coming out, it's going to drop pretty quickly. I can almost guarantee it. They're also getting individual 4Ks with slipcovers, releasing all this stuff at the same time, which is what you should have done with the original Star Trek movies, Paramount. Well, I'm glad you finally caught on here. Individual 4Ks for $21.99, except for First Contact, which is $18.54. So that's actually a little bit cheaper than all the rest, but you're going to be getting Generations, First Contact, Insurrection, and Nemesis. Those are all the films in this box set, and all the 4Ks coming out individually with slipcovers. And you're also going to get Blu-rays as well for $14.99 of all these films. But this is another set that I am excited to get and check out. I've seen some of these movies. I don't remember too much about them, but I'm excited to revisit them in 4K. We also have Midnight Run coming out on 4K from Shout Factor for $28.99 with a slipless release. There's no slipcover on this, which is just way too expensive, Shout Factory, for no slipcover. I know it's just cardboard, guys. It doesn't matter, right? But if you're going to pay almost 30 bucks for a release, like, I'm going to need that slipcover if I'm going to pick that up day one. So I'm going to sit this one out, wait for it to drop a few bucks in price before I pick it up. We also have the Big Easy coming out on Blu-ray from Kino Lorber for $19.99. We have Mickey and Friends 10 Classic Shorts Volume 2 coming out from Disney. This is a exclusive to Movie Club release until June the 27th. So on June the 27th, this will be available to everybody, but until then, it's just a Disney Movie Club release. We also have Film Noir, The Dark Side of Cinema Volume 12 coming out from Kino Lorber for $27.99. The movies in this set include Undertow, Outside the Wall, and Hold Back Tomorrow. We also have Confess Fletch, which is a movie starring John Hamm. I think it's some kind of remake or sequel to the Chevy Chase movie. This is coming out from Paramount for $27.49. I heard tons of people were super excited about this. When I did not cover this in my April preview video, like, people got upset. They said, "Why did you cover Confess Fletch, Ken?" Well, I'm covering it right now, And yeah, it's coming out this week, guys, for $27.49, which is way too steep for me for a new Blu-ray. So hopefully that drops in price a little bit. We also have all of the Warner Brothers 25 film sets coming out on Blu-ray. These Blu-ray box sets with 25 films in them. There's 4 of them coming out. We have volume 1 that include award winners for $139.96. And I'm not going to read off all of these movies that are in these sets, guys. Do your research. It would take me way too long. We have volume 2 coming out, which includes comedies, drama, and musicals for $139.96. We have volume 3, which includes fantasy, action, and adventure for $139.96. And volume 4 coming out, which includes thrillers, sci-fi, and horror for $139.99. So tons of incredible movies in these sets for sure. But I'm definitely not going to pick any of these up because I probably own at least 50 of the 100 movies that are in these sets. And the ones that I don't own, I would rather own like individual releases of than the box sets. But if you don't own any of these movies, or you own very little of these movies, these sets might be worth you picking up. We also have South Park coming out, the 25th season on Blu-ray from Paramount for $21.98. We have Wings of Disaster, the Birdemic trilogy coming out from Severin Films for $44.95. We have Envy coming out on Blu-ray from Shout Factory for $22.99, which is the comedy starring Ben Stiller and Jack Black, which I might pick that up at some point. I do remember liking that, but definitely not for 23 bucks. We have Kane coming out on Blu-ray from Grasshopper Films for $22.99, and we have Virtual Reality coming out on Blu-ray from Artsploitation Films for $19.99. And with that, guys, we are done with this week's edition of the Physical Media Report, episode 154. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you feel more informed in the world of physical media. Definitely join me tonight, guys, for the March Release Roundtable Roundup at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tons of great guests. We're going to be talking about all the March releases. Join me. Don't miss it. If you miss it, you'll regret it, guys. Also, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment down below if you're excited about anything. Let me know in that comment section below. Turn on the bell notifications for all future videos and follow me on all my social media accounts. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Letterboxd. I'm sorry, guys, I'm stuttering everywhere. I'm on Letterboxd. I'm on Instagram. I'm on all the places. Twitter. Follow me down below in the description, and we'll see you next time.